I'm in front of my latest flip project that we just finished here in Wichita, Kansas. I'm really excited to show you the inside because it turned out incredible. Plus there's an extra bonus in the basement that I think you'll find interesting, so let's go check it out. All right, when you come inside, you enter this little entryway. They've got a coat closet, and we put in some really cool earthy tile floors here. And then right to the right when you enter, you come into the big open dining space to the kitchen, which I'm super happy with how this turned out because we'll put some footage up because there used to be a wall that separated the kitchen from the dining space here. And obviously we've opened it way up, made this kitchen a lot bigger and a lot more functional. We really took it all the way down to the studs in here. We put new cabinets, new countertops, backsplash, and all new fixtures, obviously. I'm really happy that this house actually already had newer vinyl windows when I bought it. And that door actually goes to the basement and an outside door. I'm gonna show you that here in a minute. And then here's the dining space. So you've got these really cool, timeless, built-in cabinets for the dining space. You can still fit quite a bit larger table here. And obviously we've got hardwood floors. Whenever I have hardwood floors in a house, I try to keep them just because I think they're timeless. And I personally would love to have hardwood floors in my house. I have them at our current home. And we went with a dark walnut stain on these. I think it was a good contrast with the lighter walls and the dark tile we used for the entry and the kitchen space. All right, now the living room. So in here before, it was really dark. We had these big doors and windows. That was the main source of light, but there was no recessed lighting in here. And so we added tons of light. And then this actually was all tile. So through here, it was white. I think it was square white tile, and it was throughout the entry and here, I think towards the other side of the home. But we ripped all that out and the hardwoods were underneath and they were in pretty good shape. So we refinished those and kept them, which I'm really happy that we did that. And then we just freshened it up. Did some light and bright colors in here. You got some familiar built-in cabinets, and then the fireplace already had this woodwork, but we ripped out the tile surround because it was a dark black tile. And then we added this, this square white tile that has some character to it. And then the front bottom portion is a solid piece tile that looks like marble. So just out here, we'll show you this here in a minute when we go outside, but this is a covered patio space that's actually screened in. So it's really cool because you can just go out here and hang out in the summers and at nights without the bugs eating you up. All right, let's go to the other side of the home. So this is the hallway that connects all the bedrooms and the bathrooms. I like these older homes because they've got lots of closets and storage space. This first front bedroom, just nice and open for you. The closet space in here is pretty generous. And then there's a full hall bathroom that we completely redid. I'll let you peek in there. We went for more of a moody vibe, and this one, we refinished it because it was in good shape. But we ripped out all the old tile. I think there was an old sliding glass door that was pretty old and janky. And then we put in new tile floors, new vanity, new fixtures and everything, and just freshened it up a lot. But the colors we went with, I think, are pretty attractive, trendy, and timeless. Then you have main floor laundry in here, which is a huge plus. There is a full unfinished basement. Well, there's a partially finished basement, but it's a full basement. And I'll show you that here in a second. There's a couple cool things. Another bedroom here before we get to the master. This one's a little bit smaller, but it has two closets. This one would be a really good home office. And then you get to the master. So it's on the complete other side of the home as the kitchen, so making it very private. But this master bedroom is humongous, especially for an older home. And once we get outside, you'll be able to tell that they added on to this at some point. The original bedroom, I think, used to end like right here. So they added on to it to add a walk-in closet and its own primary full bathroom. But in here, again, really dark. I think there was a center light and that was it. So we added recessed lights to brighten up a whole bunch, and then we added the ceiling fan because I personally would love to have a ceiling fan in my master. I do at home, we use it all the time. So this little hallway right here, I like what my stager did. They knocked it out of the park, by the way, if you can't tell, but putting a little bench here I think is really cute, really cool. And then we have a walk-in closet you can check out. So plenty of room in there, places for your shoes and whatnot. And then back here is the master bathroom. So we went with similar finishes, minus not as moody of a paint color. So we went light and bright in there. But again, all new tile surround, new vanity, toilet, tile, all that stuff. I think it turned out really good. So, okay, now let's go to the other side of the home and go check out the basement. Because there's something down in the basement that I think you'll find super interesting, or that you just probably wouldn't expect on a home like this. All right, so as we're heading downstairs, this door goes outside. We put a big patio here. There was old concrete there that was all crumbled up and kind of sloping towards the house. So we replaced that. And then heading downstairs, this is the only finished area in the basement, but it is a full basement, so I'll show you that here in a second. And then we have storage under the stairs. There's more storage in this closet, or this little hallway down here that I'll show you. But another fireplace down here, so it's all brick. We painted that. It's a wood burning fireplace, and then it's got some built-in cabinets. So obviously we just kept all of that and brightened it up with some lights. So stepping into this little hallway, so there's actually 2 doors here. And there's extra storage. So this house has insane storage. This is, I mean, they're not fancy, but they're built in. This would be great to hold, I don't know, extra linens or games or something. But right in here, this is the main utility room. So this is a really big room. This is not the surprise I was telling you about. I mean, this is just a typical old house storage room that's got your HVAC and your water heater and all that. But this room, this is really cool. When I saw this the first time, I was just super surprised that this was here. So at some point, this house I think used to be a crawl space. You can kind of tell by this ledge here. And at some point, someone dug it out and then poured a foundation in place. So this massive unfinished area is, I mean, it's good for whatever. I mean, I could use it for a kid play place. You know, put them somewhere sprawl in here. It could be an awesome home gym. That's probably what I would use it for, or just storage. If you need an insane amount of storage, obviously this would be perfect for that. So we painted it all to make it look nice and clean. Painted the ceiling dark color, so it just kind of blends in. But yeah, this is extra unfinished space. So in this house, there's about 1,000 square feet of unfinished space, including this in the utility room that you can use for storage or whatever. Or someone down the line could finish this out. That was something that I thought about doing when we were making the initial plan. But eventually we decided not to. I think just painting it, this makes it pretty usable as it is. And I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. All right, that's the inside of the home. Now let's go outside. There's a couple of cool features that I think you'll like. All right, we're back outside now. I'm in the front yard, kind of like the side yard. Like I told you, it's on a corner lot. I'm gonna tell you some of the surprises we came up with as we were renovating this house. So it's all brick. The brick's actually in really good shape. This house structurally was, I was impressed. It just really hadn't moved that much. But right here, we did run into some stuff. About a week or 2 after we closed on the home, the guy was mowing out here and he noticed some water coming out of the ground. Well, it turns out the main water line had burst. We had a ton of rain, it caused a lot of soil to settle, and so it burst some old water lines. So what we had to do was have a guy out, dig a big hole, put a new water line in, and funny enough, while he's digging this hole, he notices that there are some old abandoned septic tanks from who knows when, buried in the front lawn, probably somewhere around here. But they were old, they were disconnected. This house is connected to the sewer. But anyway, we had to do something about those tanks. So the right way to dispose of them is to get them pumped out, crush them and bury them, make sure it's all legit. Another thing we did while the hole was open was I said, hey, we don't have a sewer clean out outside. Why don't you go ahead and add a clean out? And so I had him add this clean out, and when he was going to do that, he noticed the sewer line actually had shifted and it wasn't connected. So we had all sorts of problems right here. Luckily, it was all right here, so once we dug one hole, we could fix all of them. So we got the sewer hooked up and scoped, it's all good. We added our clean out, and now it's gonna be really easy to maintain in the future. Another thing is this roof. When I got this home under contract, this tree, it actually used to be a little bit more overgrown than it is currently. But it was rubbing against the house, against the shingles. And I didn't really think much of it, but once I got up there, I noticed that they had almost rubbed a hole through the shingles. The roof wasn't leaking yet, but it was probably going to super quickly in the future. But anyway, we looked at the roof, there was a little bit of hail damage and stuff, so we decided just to replace the entire roof. So the house itself has a new roof as of a couple months ago. And yeah, just replacing all the expensive stuff. So this house actually does have a really big detached 2-car garage, which is a huge plus. It's like side entry on this side of the street, whereas the front of the home or the front door is on that side over there. But I'll walk you through the backyard, give you a tour. I really like on these brick homes to have some kind of shutters. These shutters were already here and they were in pretty good shape, so we just painted them up and kept them. So we got a cool little Narnia light. So this is the backyard. It's fully fenced. It already had this little fire pit sitting here, and that's your screened in covered patio, which I think is just super awesome. I would really enjoy having that at my house. Here's that tree. We didn't remove it because it's not causing any structural issues at this point, and I think having a little bit of shade is a big plus. It just needed trimmed back quite a bit, so we got that done. I like a lot of this natural limestone they've got around here. This used to be completely overgrown, like you couldn't walk through here. There was trees and just junk growing from both sides. This walkway was here, I think mostly covered in junk, but that patio, that concrete down there, we did get replaced, like I was telling you, because it was all broken up and it was kind of sloping towards the house, which is never a good thing. So we ripped it out. It was kind of small. I think it was only like this wide. And so I figured, hey, let's make it a little bit bigger so they could, if they're cooking in there, maybe they could put the grill out here. That might be a good idea, something, a little hangout spot. Then we also replaced these window wells. They were already concrete, but they were all crumbling. So we replaced these 3 and made them look nice and new. We have not replaced the AC. It's running good. Not really a reason to replace it at this point. So we just let it ride. But yeah, you got a fully fenced yard. It's pretty private. It's on a corner lot. The location in Indian Hills is really good. You're close to a whole bunch of stuff. You can get to Botanica probably in like 5 minutes. It's also got this little storage shed attached to the garage. It's a little bit janky, but it was already there. Someone might like to put the mower in there, so we just left it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you got a good idea of kind of where this house started and where we've come to now. I'm really excited with how it turned out, and we just got it listed on the market yesterday. I'm excited for the next family who gets to call it home. So I guess let me know, like, do you enjoy videos like this? I flip houses every so often, and I'm more than happy to show you the process of taking them from needing a lot of love to being fully renovated, staged, and on the market. So if you're into that stuff, let me know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to make more videos like this of just behind the scenes of what I do every day. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Before you go, let me tell you about some free resources about Wichita. If you're from here or you're thinking about moving to Wichita, I've got some really cool resources like my Wichita Community Guide or my free weekly email newsletter that comes out every Friday with all the things that's happening every week. So you can check those out in the description below. But that's all I got for you. So I will see you on the next video.